How you doing? As you guys can see here, I am now Cavalier in 30 days. So if you have any question how to become Cavalier, let me know. I'm just gonna let you guys know how to become Cavalier realistically. So this is the most important thing. Why I do this new account challenge is to show you guys how to do it realistically. I want to say 30 days for a new player is just not realistic. I'm just gonna tell you that, but I'm just going to tell you that it's how to do it realistically, what this video is about. So this is the most important reason why I do the new account challenge, for new players to actually learn or follow the steps I did to become Cavalier. And this is, I think, the best way to do it. And I want to show you guys how to do it, tell you guys how to do it realistically. As well as, I just want to say, I started this, what do you call this, new account challenge the best time possible, just before the banquet started. So, you know, I just want to say that's why it's not realistic. If you do want to start a new account, to do it in 30 days, like I said, I did it the best possible time. Maybe next year, 11 months from now, it'll be easier to become Cavalier. I don't know, but most likely it will. So let me just give you guys a rundown on my champions real quick. Okay, these are my champions. If you wanna, I did an account tour video. If you guys really want interested about the champions I have, these are my champions. I did a quick account tour video. I'll post the description link below. So how do you become Cavalier realistically? Also, I just want to show you something important before we start. How long it took me to get to become Cavalier. So this was emailed to me during Christmas time. So this was about 3 days ago. Assuming my math is correct, that's 23 hours and 2 minutes of gameplay. So I pretty much added another 3 hours and 30 minutes from here. You can even say 4 hours, So, or add another, yeah. So basically, it took me 27 hours to become Cavalier. And you're thinking, well, that's pretty fast, and some people think 30 days, that's a long time to become Cavalier. I don't really consider the time or the days I play. I consider how many hours I play, because that's the most important part. Let's just compare it to Brian Grant. Okay, let's see how long it took him to become Cavalier. As you can see here, it took him 27 hours and 35 minutes to become Cavalier. Okay, it took him longer to become Cavalier than I did. Okay, so I think he did it in what, 4 days maybe, to become Cavalier. So, and it took me 30 days to become Cavalier, and like, oh, he did it faster than me. That's if that's your opinion, that's fine too. But like I said, I did it in 27 hours. You can even go back to the video if you want. And actually, when I look at this, I'm kind of surprised. During Christmas, I played this much, and the reason why is because uh, when I helped my alliance, I logged in the game to help my alliance, and you're gonna see what I mean by that later on. But as well as to strategize what I'm gonna do, it's mostly in Act 6, so you can add. That's why I thought it was less than this, because as soon as you log in the game, you pretty much, they count how much you played, even though if you're not technically playing. But yeah, so there's some parts that I didn't record, where I just like help my alliance, as well as plan what I'm going to do, and check out how many revives I have, and when are they gonna expire, and stuff like that. So you can definitely, that's why I was kind of thinking, wow, I didn't play this much. But assuming as you log in, they pretty much assuming you are playing the game. So there you go. So I want to see what happens. That happens mostly when you become Cavalier, is these right here. I have a lot of people that this is what happens to them. So let's read it. Bro, it's been 2 months since I've been playing the game and I haven't even reached Cavalier. I haven't ranked two 6 stars and ranked five stars, but I still haven't been able to beat even 6.1.2. What do I do? And this is pretty accurate for new players, especially even now as even the game has evolved. I know I did a video where I became Cavalier in 90 days, and somebody mentioned it. It's fast for new players, and I do understand that because it's not just skill. You know, when it comes to the game, it's actually 50-50. I would say knowledge of the game and obviously skill too. But you can even say arguably more important to have knowledge of the game. The game has evolved so much that it's like for a new player, it's just like I understand they have no idea what's going on, and really to do it realistically, is just have your champions as high rank as possible. Rank 2 6 stars is strong, but it's like if you're having trouble with rank 2 6 stars, use 5 star rank 5 ascended, or use 6 star rank 3 rank 2 a 6 star rank 2 ascended. So rank your champion as high as you can if you're having problems completing Act 6, because Act 6.1 is a lot of like, what do you call this? For most players and that have trouble moving forward, is Act 6.1 to become Cavalier for new players. And the key is really just rank your champion as high as you can. I remember seeing auto fight the Collector with a 7 star rank 2 Sasquatch. And what, by January 3rd, we're gonna have somebody with a 7 star rank 4 Sasquatch? That is crazy. Okay. I'm not assuming a new player will have a 7 star rank 4, not unless you have like insane amount of money, but like even a 7 star rank 2, a new player can have. So just really rank up your champions as high as possible. I'm not really such a big fan of ranking up using 7 stars because you're always punching down. It's like it takes away the fun because you're just like pretty much gonna auto fight. You can pretty much auto fight, and you're just, since you're punching down, meaning like you're fighting opponents with less PI than you. So what's the point playing? It's kind of weird, I think. And you kind of, when you're always punching down, always fighting champions with lower ranks than you or lower PI than you, it's gonna be hard for you to get better at the game. So that's why I don't like. That's why I'm not using 7 stars, because you're always going to be punching down. So especially in like lower acts, like Act 5 or Act 6, even. So let's draw another one. So this one, I see it happens all the time. Okay, MSD, my question. How are you so good? I'm trying to get better, but I really don't know. So another person say, don't compare yourself to MSD. If you're not sure he is, he's one of the best players in the world. So I made this comment before where I said like, you know, like, so I made a comment before saying don't compare yourself to social media. These are the best players in the world. So when you do that, you're always going to be feeling disappointed when you compare yourself to the best player in the world. There's nothing wrong seeing the best players in the world. Um, watch them, and when it comes to MCOC, but don't try to compare yourself to them because what they're doing is just not realistic. I made a comparison, like analogy, like saying, I can bench press 365, and I'm usually the strongest guy in the gym when I go to the gym, and when I look at social media, I'm like most people that in social media are stronger than I am, and I feel weak when I look at social media. So just try to don't compare yourself to like the best players in the world, like the people that does YouTube and MCOC. They play this game for a very long time, and they play a lot of hours. This is pretty much what they do. They play MCOC all day. So don't compare yourself to them. And because this is what happens when you do. Let's look at this one. I started MCOC just before this series started, so I'm not that skillful. I had to use all my potions in that fight and so much units. Is that common or did I rush? I followed all the things you did, leaving incursion gas. It's so hard to do. I had some great champs, and after 5.2.6, I feel like I'm stuck with no gold. Cannot upgrade champs and cannot defeat 5.3.1. I have to use units to revive. Please tell me what to do. So the last thing you want to do is units. Use units for revives. And this was from Chewy channel. He does this ultimate beginner's guide, which is not really ultimate beginner's guide. It's not, because it's not realistic for a new player to achieve. He's like, I believe, past Stormbreaker in like, I don't know, episode 22. I don't know exactly how many days it took him there, but for a Cavalier, for a new player to reach like Stormbreaker in 30 days, that's just not realistic, okay? You know, even Cavalier in 30 days is not realistic. So, as I mentioned here, I logged in about another 4 hours if you want, since this started. So you can pretty much say I played MCOC for about 27 hours to become Cavalier in 30 days. So almost an hour a day, and even just playing an hour a day is just not realistic for new player uh, for 30 days, or playing 30 hours in 30 days. That's just not realistic. So try not to compare yourself to the best players in the world. So really, let's get to the important part of the video, how to do it realistically. So let's go to my uh, game. As you guys can see here, I am now Cavalier, and I already mentioned this. If you didn't already heard, sometimes that was not recorded. Sometimes I log in the game to help my alliance when it comes to whatever this is called, and also I logged in the game planning what to do. It's mostly in Act 6, so but there's probably 30 minutes of me logging in the game without, recording it, just to let you know. So what else? How to do it realistically, okay? So I think 90 days, it's definitely doable to become Cavalier in 60 days. So if you didn't follow my uncollected, how to do it becoming uncollected on realistically, and really this will pertain to also becoming Cavalier realistically, is explore Act 100%, explore Act 2 100%, explore Act 3 100%, okay? And do completion of Act 4 and then become uncollected, and then go back to doing so explore Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 100%, Act 4 completion, and go to 5.2, become uncollected. It should be possible within 60 days, realistically, even 40 days, I would say, depending how many hours you spend in. So I would take the 20 hours to become uncollected. It's very reasonable. If you're still having trouble, try to explore Act 4 100%. The key is here, as you can see, if you follow my channel, you can see pretty much how I do it realistically. This is just a summarize. How to do it realistically is to get your champions as high as rank as possible, okay? I have a 6-star rank 3, okay, not level up, so it's basically a 6-star rank 2. I don't have the ISO for it, but he's also ascended. So high. I also have a 6-star rank 3 box. Rank your champion as high as possible before you push for progression. That's really it. That's really the biggest secret to becoming Cavalier. Rank your champion as high as possible. Also, even though I'm not using 7 stars for this Road to Valiant challenge, I have 7 stars. I believe I do. As you can see here, I can open at least 3. I can open 4 7-stars right now. If you want to use 7 stars, that's fine. I know not everybody likes using 7 stars or will have 7 stars. Like I said, I started the best possible time during the banquet, so it might not be realistic if you're doing a new account challenge a month from now. I believe 11 months from now, it's going to be maybe even easier to become Cavalier for new players in 30 days. But I did start a best possible time to become Cavalier for a new account in 30 days because of the banquet. So really, that's it. Just what are my plans now? I will go more in details when I become Thronebreaker. I do plan to become Thronebreaker in 2 months. That's the goal, to become Thronebreaker in 2 months. So can I even go to it? Yeah, I can right here. So Act 6. Really, you know, with what do you call this? Super daily. Oh, try to plan your your quest. What do you call this? This is such a game changer. Your goal is to basically try to get to 600 points as quickly as possible. So always plan your timing, okay? Always try to have a plan to see how many refills, energy refills you have, okay? So what am I going to do next, okay? Just a quick breakdown. I'm waiting to rank my champions as highest rank as possible. I can literally take this guy to rank 5. He's already ascended, so he'll be 6-star rank 5 ascended within really 5 days maybe, which is unrealistic for a new account. Just in 35 days as a free to play. It's crazy within like 30 hours of gameplay, which is pretty crazy. So I'm gonna wait to rank him up as high as possible before continuing Act 6. And that's really what you want to do. I keep repeating myself, but rank your champion as high as possible before you continue. I will not touch 6.2 for a while. I think at least 20 days, 21 days before I touch 6.2. I'm gonna go back to doing little quests, things that are gonna, that requires only, what do you call this, one energy refill. So with one energy refill, you can do the like, what do you call this only takes one energy, right, for each, what do you call that, I'm not sure what exactly is called. you know you should be able to, let's say if you have 70, your, what do you call this, energy refill, you should be able to get 600 points just from one energy refill. Okay, if you're doing path that has like one tile in it, okay, for every time you move every path. You could also do, what do you call this, road to valiant. It does get very hard when it comes to road for new players, at least, or depending on the champions you have. It does become pretty challenging towards the end, but in the beginning it's just the pi is so low. It only requires one energy refill. You can do these paths as well. So but let's say you were planning to do like one with two energy refills or something like that, like the event quest. As you can see here, the event quest, it has two energy tiles for each path each time you move. So that means you're gonna need to use one energy refill at least, okay? And if you're gonna go somewhere like what do you call this, oh no, okay, let me exit here. If we're gonna do uncollected, let's go. If we're gonna do event quest with uncollected, it takes 3 energy tiles for one, what do you call this, one move, one tile, okay? So it's basically saying 3 energy per tile. That means you're gonna need 2 energy refills, okay? So, or yeah, 2 or 3. It's one of them for sure. So always plan your trips accordingly, because you want to get to 600 points to claim all the milestone as soon as possible. So if you're gonna do like 1 energy per tile, you're not gonna need to use energy refill, assuming you have 70 energy bars. And if you're gonna do 2 tiles per tile, 2 energy per tiles, you're gonna need 1 energy refill, and like so forth and so forth. When you use 3, you're gonna need another one as well. So always try to plan your accordingly to get to 600 points as little as possible for that day. You could also do incursions, alliance quests as well to help you progress when it comes to the daily super event if you run out of energy refills. And that's really it. So I'm going back to doing easy stuff, and then my goal is to do it in 30 next in 60 days, or another 30 days if you want to call it, to become Thronebreaker. But it's probably, I'm only going to spend 9 days to complete the rest. Right now my goal is just to build my roster as much as I can, and I will have a 6-star rank 5 ascended, maybe even awaken Hulkling when I go through 6.2 and so forth. So and I should be able to do it in 9 days to complete 6.2, 6.3, and 6.4. So that's really it. Just like I said, rank up your champions, plan accordingly what you're gonna do. If you're gonna go to paths that has more than one energy per tile, that means you're gonna have to make sure you have energy refill as well to be able to get to that 600 milestone for the super daily event, to get the 30 units, because that's the most important thing in the super daily event. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. How to do it realistically. Thank you.